Hey guys, what is up? It is Jim here. So, this is a gun that I actually haven't designed myself. This is a gun built from a tutorial from someone called Jagers Guns. So this is the Lego Desert Eagle. So as I said, this was made by Jagers Guns. It might not completely resemble his because I made a lot of modifications after making his, which were modifications that I kind of wanted to do myself, just because it's certain ways I want my pistols to be, or at least my Desert Eagles, since it is, after all, my favorite pistol. So, yeah, let's just go with it, I guess. So the grip is fairly close to the way the tutorial one is, just that this 1x3 and 1x4 and 1x2 piece were not there. But I put those there because the bottom of the actual Eagle grip is flat. So you can see also there's a different magazine, because I wanted to have one that goes straight up so that I can have sturdy walls. So these are more sturdy than if you wouldn't have this magazine, because you can actually have 1x2s here, which connected more to the actual main frame of the gun. So it's actually really sturdy, and I feel like this mag just looks a bit better. You could even just have 3 studs going up, and it'll be a little bit bigger than the standard one. But not to, like, these changes are not to hate on his designs. It's just things that I wanted to do. So, you know, I'm just saying. Here's the trigger guard, which I do like the design of. The trigger, which is, it's not angled, and it is quite close between the rubber band attachment and the trigger, so you will need quite the tight rubber band in order to actually have a good strong trigger pull. So the hammer is a bit different because I didn't have the pieces that he used, so this one still gets pushed back by the slide. So my slide is also quite a bit different than his. I have added some extra tiles or slopes here, some different iron sights, and some width changes here, which came with the iron sights, because if you're going to make the iron sights wider, then the whole side's going to be wider. So that's what it looks like. Aiming down, it's how the Eagle sights should be, in my opinion. I also swapped out the 1x2 inverteds that were here for a 1x1, 1x2 plate, and a 1x2 slope. Just because that's what the Eagle has. So I'm just kind of following the way I would have the Eagle, because the main reason why I made this gun is because of the grip, because I feel like it looks really good, but also the slide, because this is the first plate built slide that I've ever had on a gun that I've made, and it is quite unique. I'll have that said. It is, I'd say, more sturdy than a standard one, because you don't need as many attachment points, because you can do like this and have it so that there's 3 studs in between here, or 2 studs if it would be a normal 4 stud wide pistol, because most pistols don't have 5 stud wide slides. But it definitely adds for a different look. You can actually add cheese slopes here, like Jaeger did, to add more of a not as aggressive smoothness, just like here. And you can also add a lot more details if you do that. So I'm probably going to experiment a little bit with it, use some brackets, and try to see if I can do it myself. If I can't, then I'm probably just not going to bother. But I do have some designs in mind. So here's the slide lock. So it releases the slide. It is a little bit unsturdy because it's quite a tight rubber band. But you can actually power stroke it, because the slide lock is on a cross axle. So as I said, the slide does look really good. I made it 5 studs wide because the side 5 studs wide because I wanted to. So the slopes in the back are made with angled plate pieces, which is pretty cool. You have the firing pin there, the safety, which I did forget to mention. The barrel is completely different. This area is the same, and the top, but this part is completely different, because I wanted to aim to have a more sturdy barrel, and I wanted wanted it to look like this instead of the one he has. The one he has is really complicated and good, but it was a bit too unsturdy for me, and I like to have this quite abrupt slope right there, and slopes here. I've usually used these slopes going here, but I don't have all those slopes. I've made it in rainbow, and I know that it will look good, so someday I'll end up having enough of these to make a proper Desert Eagle like I would want it to. But yeah, you can see the reason why I changed it, and that's because it looks quite a bit like the Desert Eagle. So I did leave some space open here for a red dot sight, which I don't have with me currently. So yeah, one more thing that I forgot to mention is that if you take out the magazine, you can look through the grip, so you can see what changes I've done. You can see that it goes all the way down in there, so that way it's way more sturdy. And in the back, it's just formed here after the slopes. So that's just a mag that I prefer to have. But if you want a angled mag, then you can just follow the one that he has. And if you don't want to modify your Desert Eagle to your likings, then you can just keep it as it is, because it is still a really super good Desert Eagle. I'm insanely happy with this thing. I've had it for the longest time, and I just struggle with destroying it because it's so cool, and I absolutely love the feel, looks, everything of it. And I think I'm going to keep it for quite a bit longer, just because I like it so much. So anyways, make sure to go to his channel, get his instructions, and also give him a subscribe, because he has some really good guns and he really does deserve it. So that is pretty much it, and I'll see you guys. Goodbye.